Hey there, ready for more tales from the trails? Good, here we go. Have you been stuck or are you stuck? Have you tried and forced and squeezed those creative juices dry but come up with nothing? Well, what is happening is that the subconscious has the answer, but you being intent on making it happen now has the opposite effect. In hypnotherapy, we call this the law of reversed effect. I'm Valerie, the creator of HypnoticTrip.com. As a hypnotist and hiker for the past 20 years, I've realized how much the two have in common for helping to access the subconscious mind and find answers and solutions. Today's show features Katsük, a really cool singer-songwriter, musician, yogi, drummer, dirt worshiper, and tree hugger, and how he recently used nature to create and connect with his next song. What, another show? Did I miss something? Yes, you missed messages from Devil's Tower in Wyoming. So please subscribe to this channel now so you can go on all of our mind-blowing hypnotic trips. Today's trip happens in the studio where Katsük will perform his original song, Well You Know. What are hypnotic trips? They combine hiking, hypnosis, and the divine inspiration to help you evolve, shift, or discover your creativity. And now on to the show with Katsük. So this is show number 3, how to access your creativity in nature. When I was stuck, nature always helped me get over the hump. Can you relate to that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's always been there for me when just living right in the middle of the city in the Metroplex, to be able to find a way to get outside. And as soon as I step under the canopy of trees, it feels like my whole body just slows and sighs and begins to relax.
And it does. It does. The late Wayne Dyer talked about intention, and nature has intention built into it. So the oak tree is not trying to be a cypress tree, and vice versa. So when you step out into nature, you're in that intentionality, that really perfection that is there. So tell me about your latest inspiration in nature.
Well, I wrote this song. I've been doing these commissions for people to write songs for their partner or friends or for themselves or for their enemies, whoever. I'll write a song for anybody. And so I was out there thinking of this, of my friend who I was writing it for, her husband. And I was writing all of these different riffs and patterns, and it just felt so forced. And then I was just like, I'm gonna give up on this I'm gonna go hiking for a little bit. And I just went, put my guitar down and walked around for a little bit and came back and sat down, and I had this feeling inside that I should just retune my whole guitar to a different tuning. And when I did, it was there, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, thank you.
It just came through. Super.
So hard to sit still. I guess I didn't have to. I could have gotten up and moved around.
Probably maybe even harder.
Earlier when we were talking, you mentioned a story about self-hypnosis and hiking. I'd love you to share that.
Yeah, it was my first time to really see the power of repetition. I've always heard about it, that it works and it's helpful to kind of get the mind out of its bogs that it gets into, its blocks. And I was in New Zealand and I was hiking this trail that was going to this waterfall. And I was told that the trail was, the waterfall was just right, maybe like a quarter mile or something. And it was the greenest, fluffiest grass. And I was like, oh, I'm taking my shoes off. I'm going to walk this trail just barefoot. And I start walking, and then the trail turns into like the sharpest, like craziest rocks like imaginable. And I'm like, you know, every second. And you know, I would walk for like 30 minutes, and I passed someone, and I'm like, I was like, how far is the waterfall? And she's like, oh, you're about like a quarter of the way there. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, well, I could turn around because my feet were in pain. And,
So you didn't bring your shoes with you?
I didn't bring it with me. I just left them in the car. Like, this could be a nice, soft, cushy
It's just
trail.
right over there,
Right over there. Well, I have my mala beads, my meditation beads. So I just started singing the only two mantras that I know. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, which is the song about overcoming challenges. I just kept singing it over and over and over again. And I put my attention there, and I felt like I was kind of moving into a space of hypnotism, and like all the pain in my feet would go away. And then I'd come to the end of that mantra, and doing 108 of them, and then all of a sudden the pain would go right back to my feet, and I was like, oh, new mantra. So I'd start singing another mantra, and about 3 or 4 in, you know, all the pain would go away, and I could just focus on that mantra, and finally made it to the waterfall. Just in time for sunset.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. That was my first time to ever see that it could go from, it was just a philosophy, that mantra that had power to it. You know? That's the first time I really kind of experienced it.
And it's about focus. So you were focusing all of your feelings and emotions onto that mantra. You were putting your heart into it. And so we kind of can cease the physical. In hypnosis, clients tell me all the time, when I start to bring them out of the trance, they're like, oh, I'm noticing my body again. For the last half an hour, I kind of forgot I had one. Yeah. So it's, you know, terrific for pain management. Yeah. So your feet felt great. Anyway, that's a beautiful story. And I love how when you're hiking and you say, hey, where is that? And I go, oh, it's just, you're almost there. You're almost there. Yeah, you're almost there. Yeah. I think that's a trick they do. So thank you so much, Daniel.
You're very welcome.
So, hey, my next show is about how you can change your perspective. And I think that's always a really lovely thing to do. Changing your perspective from bad to good. And it takes place, where else? In the Badlands of South Dakota. So please like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm Valerie Grimes, the Hypnotic Hiker. Get out in nature, it heals. Take good care. Hey there, it's the Hypnotic Hiker, and I've got another hypnotic tip for you. People are always asking me, what should they bring on a hike? And my answer is really very little, but the one thing you really do need to bring is one of these, because you're always seeing stuff that needs to be picked up. There's a cigarette butt. Here is a cup. And you know, some of these places it's free to hike. So why not let this be your admission? Pick up trash along the way.